What makes this universe so unique when you are talking about this infinite universe? And how do I exist to even think about it?
Recently, and you all probably heard of it, there's been a development in physics called string theory. What is string theory? Well, it answers this question. Of all the possible universes, why is this one so fine-tuned for us? It's a very surprising answer. So string theory is just really saying that all objects, every elementary particle we know, protons, neutrons, electrons, hadrons, leptons, all the family of particles are made from strings, one-dimensional objects called strings that could be open or closed and that vibrate. And the different vibrational modes give us the family of particles. Now, how does that help us? Well, it turns out that if these strings exist, then they have to exist in 9 spatial dimensions. So these one-dimensional objects are vibrating in 9 dimensions, plus the one of time. So we live in a 10-dimensional universe, is the conclusion from string theory, which purports to explain the family of particles. So where are those other 6 dimensions? They're compact. They're here. They're in you. They're in this room. They're everywhere. If we live in such a universe, then it turns out that mathematicians have shown that there could be as many as 10 to the 500 different ways that those 6 dimensions could be wrapped up. Now, 10 to the 500 is an unimaginable number. There are 10 to the 80 particles in the visible universe. Only 10 to the 80 in the visible universe. So you can imagine, or you can't imagine. I mean, I can't imagine how large this could be. And now, something that happens in the early universe is called inflation. I know we have inflation now too, but a different kind. But the space of the universe expands exponentially to as much as 10 to the 57 times its size. Again, unimaginable. When that happens, as the next slide shows, you might have bubble universes forming in the background of the space-time itself. Each one with its particular 6-dimensional wrapped up unique space. They're called the Kalibu-U spaces, who are the mathematicians who found them. So I don't know if I'm I'm going through this pretty fast, so for 20, 30 years of development. So the conclusion is that we probably live in a multi-universe, of which our universe is just one of these bubbles. So again, this is just a representation, okay? It turns out that we could be living in one of these bubbles, and yet from the inside, we would see it as an infinite universe. I have some illustrations to show that, but I didn't bring them here. Now, if we live in one of these multi-universes, and there are 10 to the 500 possible wrapped up 6-dimensional spaces, imagine all the universe could be. And so the conclusion is that with all these possibilities, we are in the one that produced us and sustains us. This is perfect because everything that can be is. It may be a very unsatisfying answer to a scientist, and it is. Physicists are in a dilemma right now because we set out to find out why our universe is the way it is, and the answer is it's the way it is because there are other universes different. In fact, every possible thing you can imagine and not imagine exists.